Yo.
Yo.
Baby Paw.
Y'all know what it is.
Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast.
And now you know.
Third Eye Worldwide Radio.
Consciousness and upliftment.
Hip hop for the people.
Spiritual street intellectualness.
Sissies.
Coming at you direct from the ghetto.
Here's bullshit.
Black and Brown Radio is an introduction to the Black and Brown Movement Podcast. Hope you're ready. Keep it steady, cause we keep it real. Beer and bullshit. Here we come.
Creemos que la civilización comenzó en África a través de la migración que llegamos a Aslan, a través de 300 años de sangre, sudor y lágrimas y 500 años de resistencia. Solo hay un par de cosas que hemos retenido a través de la valentía, la persistencia, el evangelio, la música, la cultura.
We,
Black and Brown Movement, believe that civilization began in Africa. Through the migration, we arrived in Aslan. From east to west, this makes us all people of the sun. Through 400 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and 500 years of resistance, there's only a few things we retain: bravery and persistence, the gospel, the culture, the music.
Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast. Third Eye Worldwide Radio. What up, my peoples? It's 2022. It's a new year. New opportunity.
New horizons.
New opportunity to continue down the rabbit hole. Because it don't stop, right?
Never.
Never does.
You know, we got our
Deeper and deeper.
usual suspects in the house. Got
The one you love to hate.
Mad Verbals, Mad
Always.
Scientist, Black Spectre Gadget. You called yourself last podcast the Black Dude.
Black Dude MC.
We got Big Kev in the house. Truth be
Still
told,
learning.
Truth be
Still
told,
learning.
Mayfield.
Up in here.
Yeah, and of course, your one and only Redbeard, the feared one. Those to despise are the ones who hide from the sun. Son, this is SSI.
Spiritual Street Intellect.
Sissies. This is hip hop for the people. This is Positive Minded Apparel. This is IMC Exchange. And this year, faux show, absolutely without no doubt, I'm looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm seeing the finish line in the book, The Birth of a Movement, soon to be released on all your platforms, ebook, print on demand, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all that coming soon.
It's coming.
All right, so
Bring it.
you know what this is.
You can't stop it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Hey, I don't know if you guys checked out the BMF,
I ain't watched it yet.
yeah, Black Mafia
I
family.
don't watch that shit.
I don't like it because how they trying to glamorize it, but not really glamorize it.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I don't like how they gonna play with it for one, and not be legit with it. Even a couple people in the family have already come out and call that shit out. But 50 making his money. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I
I heard
heard.
the first time.
Oh shit, that's what I was gonna say. Beer and bullshit, right? Okay, I gotta join you.
I'm already started. Y'all playing catch up.
Hey, that's like busting. We got these Michelada cups over here we're pouring into. I'm drinking these tall boy Modelos, like the real borrachos.
What a leons.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all my
Gotta
brown,
have my negro.
right? All my brown folks out there, all my black folks.
All my ninjas.
Shouts out to all my peoples that be down with us. Don't care what you are,
Shouts out to my Asiatics.
right?
Shouts out to my Aztecans.
No doubt. So yeah, man, it's 2022.
2022.
I mean, I really enjoyed.
What are you gonna do with it?
I really enjoyed the our last podcast to end out the year.
We was from San Diego to Pedro
Yeah,
to Riverside.
I don't know if you guys saw it yet, but I titled it 3 Locations, 1 Message. Because, we was in 3 locations, but usually pretty much on the same page. That's what it was, man. It was good to catch up with my little cousins and catch, some of the new generation perspective on what's going on.
Hey, I was checking out the youngsters' music. I'm
they're pretty
not
nice.
disappointed. I am not disappointed.
I like that. Yeah, the kid's really nice.
Yeah, I
How
mean,
was I checking it out?
yeah, it's like he's got an East Coast flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? The beats, and then I don't know if you guys can relate with this, but sometimes a couple of his styles, a couple of songs, he reminded me of AZ. He was kind of sounding like that. You know what I'm saying? And,
I can fuck with that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I hear.
Yeah.
AZ to me was always
I
underrated.
like AZ.
He was
One of my-
always underrated to
Yeah.
me.
I liked AZ all the time when he came out with his own shit, when he did his Earn, even now with his new joint. New joint's pretty hot.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna shit on AZ.
yeah, so but so that was cool, and here it is, 2022. Deuce is wild.
They're wild.
A lot of shit happening, folks. A lot of
A lot of people dying.
our elders are
It's the
passing
mirror
on.
year. It's the mirror year.
The mirror year.
The mirror year.
Yeah, that's
Reflection year.
I mean,
okay.
looking
Two.
at the man in the mirror.
Gotcha.
What
Yes,
he's
sir.
saying, look in the
Two.
mirror.
Gotcha.
Two. If you ain't paying attention to what's going on in front of you, boy.
Bad deal.
Boy.
Yeah,
I mean, we told everybody in 20, this is the year of Aquarius. Aquarius
Hey,
means
my birthday
beautiful
next month on
awakening.
the 3rd player.
Right.
Age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
This is the wake up year. 2020 was clear sight. 2021 was knowledge.
Bottom line
And
is,
2022 is mirror time.
bottom line is, visualize and execute. Like my man
Man.
Barlow said, visualize and execute. We have to execute. Every team, man.
Yeah, you got to start
Every
with
team.
the visualize though. That's real. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
have
Well-
no vision, right?
Crazy
Yes,
faith.
that's what you're talking about.
He said the key to people not fulfilling their mission, their dreams, the vision that God has given them, when they see something, oh yeah, they talk about it and say it, but then don't do it because the lack of imagination. He said the imagination is the driving force to your faith and your crazier faith. I said, nigga, what?
You know what happens with that? You said imagination, and a lot of people relate that to being a child, right?
Hello, here I am. The
Yeah.
big kid inside never dies.
Well, when you
I
get-
watch cartoons and I still play video games. And I still go outside and
We
play.
all
I
do.
go sit with the kids
right,
and tag and all that.
because once you plug into the matrix and
Get too old.
yeah, you start acting it. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you lose your imagination. You plugged in. It's a daily routine, and it's over for
You
you.
said the key word right there.
Routine.
Yeah.
Comfort zone. Content with what is the way it is. And that's the other thing he said. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out your comfort space. If you plan on succeeding and making your dreams be fulfilled, you got to get out of your comfort zone, which is your space. And he said you got to go out into the deep. And you got to have crazier faith.
I'm guilty of that right now, too.
I said, boy, I'm with you. I'm on that.
Guilty of what, Kev?
Guilty of not getting out of my comfort zone.
Right. Well,
And it's stagnated, but I got to push myself, that's all.
the first part is recognizing, like Van Verba said, visualizing. That's part of visualizing is recognizing. You got to be able to see it and admit it. Something I had to always tell myself was, once I see something happening, like, snowball effect, I got the power to stop the snowball. Because, when I was younger, I didn't have the tools. Shots out to mental health and therapy. Still, it's not It might not be for everyone, but it still shouldn't have the stigma.
To
that it
be
has.
for everyone. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I was talking to my daughter the other day, and the position of counselor. Okay, each one of us has had a counselor. If you went through the Western education, you had a counselor ever since the first grade.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have counselors in elementary school, but definitely in junior high school.
Well, no, listen. You had them, but they weren't
In
as
that capacity.
prevalent as they were. Because understand, when you get them in junior high to high school, their main issue is to get you to the next level. Where that originally started at, this is where your school to pipeline starts. Because that counselor that you go see when you're second and third grade and shit, because you had an outburst in class where it was just saying, go to the office.
Right.
Right.
Right. But before it was if it wasn't something violent, you went to the counselor. If it became violent, you slapped somebody, you cursed somebody out or something like that, you see a vice principal and escalation. But off the top, it's the counselor, which is the main one that writes the little report about you, that follows you all the way till you get out of school.
I had a hell of a pack.
So understand, for all y'all with younger children, go meet your counselor.
Yeah.
Because your counselor is either going to be the one to fuck your child or help your child.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
And they hide it.
I
would
know
say
what you're talking about because high school I had a bullshit counselor, Mr. James.
Right.
Shout out to bullshit Mr. James, who would never give me the classes that I asked for. Like I told the nigga, don't give me typing, I ain't gonna go. I want Spanish. Give me Spanish. The nigga gave me typing. I went for 2 weeks, nigga. You heard me? I went for 2 weeks and that was it.
Yeah, that's part of
blowing throat.
That's part of the pipeline, man.
Great.
I'm not going to give you something you want to stimulate your mind. I'm going to give you something that I think will stimulate your mind.
That's what he did, dude. I'm so
or it'll
mad.
make I know you're not going to go, so you're going to fuck yourself off and not go.
Asshole.
You know what I'm saying? So it looks like that was your choice. Yeah, I've been on a big mental. I've been on a big mental with a few people and stuff like that because I'm trying to figure out how
you're doing the best to maneuver what? They're trying to.
Hey, it's mindset, bro. It's mindset. It's
okay.
Like training ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
We're breaking the American verbal cycle. So they told us to try hard, try your hardest.
Hey,
keep failing.
I saw
harder
this.
and harder.
I saw this.
Well, I'm making a attempt at getting some shit.
That's it, bro. That's it. That's exactly what you're doing.
You're making an effort, doing your best. That's all you can do, baby brother.
I saw this comedian on Netflix. I forget his name, but he's Iranian, and he was talking about how English is.
You talking about Peters?
Nah, he's got Mohammed is his first name. I think it's Amar or Abner, something to that effect.
I know he's talking about.
Dude is hilarious, man, and he keeps it real. And he was talking about the pandemic. He was just clowning that and the CDC, and he was good, dude. I'm telling you, if you guys get a chance, check it out. But he was talking about the English language and just like it's the most basic, rudimentary fucking language in the world.
It's the hardest for motherfuckers.
But he was just like,
because I've been listening to some audio stuff because one of my doctors told me, he said, your voice. He's like, you should do voiceovers. And I'm like, I've been attempted to, but you know, motherfuckers don't want to plug a motherfucker up. He said, he gave me a back doorway. He said, go find a way where you can learn Jamaican accent and English accent. And I thought about it.
Like British, you mean?
Just English, period. The whole Scottish is all English.
Okay.
It's all.
But from England.
Yes.
Yeah.
UK. UK
or
language.
Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So And I thought about it like, why? And I thought about it more open, marketing wise, everything. Look at all the motherfucking actors. They got English accents, but they being American actors.
Yeah.
You think they're American, nigga? Then you meet them, you're all fucked up like,
What?
You a fucking London boy? Yeah.
nigga, what the fuck?
That's real shit. Yeah.
He's a rich boy.
I mean,
They've
hey,
always been doing that though. That's a lot of actors like that though. You'd be fucking shocked. Even
yeah,
the singers.
yeah.
Jodie Watley.
There was a documentary I saw on black actors, and there was a debate about, you know,
We have to assimilate in order to get in, nigga.
well, they were talking about like, should these British black actors be able to get roles like Martin Luther King?
Harriet Tubman
Yeah,
and Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and shit
Right.
like that.
and
You know why that is?
I have an idea, but I'll just tell you what there was the debate, because there was some black actors on one side of the debate, and there were other black actors on the other side of the debate.
I have a question. What did we say this topic was?
You tell me why.
I'm gonna let you tell me.
No, because I've heard a couple others, but I always want to hear
The topic of this is 2022.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, we talked to 2022.
Yep.
Year in review.
Okay, so yeah, let's get into this conversation about the black actors. So you want to know why they're saying like they have a problem with it?
Right.
Okay.
Because, like, okay, there's two things, right? Because you just had Eddie Murphy play African,
Right.
okay? And understand how that movie is compared to a Caribbean American movie, an African American movie. Understand what I'm saying? Viewpoint. When Eddie Murphy does Coming to America, he makes Africa look fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
When the Caribbean and Africa does anything about American, oh, you're niggas, I'm sorry, you're Akatas and baby mamas.
Right.
Issa Rae has made a whole HBO special on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, I could break down some of what was said on each side, and
But when you talk about playing our ancestral, right? Now, you wouldn't see a Denzel Washington playing a Shaka Zulu.
No.
But you'll see some African that's never been here
right.
play somebody that's went through that was the basis of the struggle. So meaning, when you're talking acting and when you're talking about connecting with the people, okay? If connecting with the people here, I'm gonna leave it at that, because you can't connect with people that you have a parallel with. Granted, we're both black, but you ain't got your ass whooped by the police like that. You ain't had nobody in your family come home half whooped up like that. And that's generational in our DNA. Like,
There's a flip side. There's a flip side to the coin.
Now they will always say, but we experience it in a different way. But the person you're playing experienced it this way.
Yeah,
It's just like if okay, boom. If somebody were to redo Kev, and they said, okay, Brox, you're the person that's going to train him to redo Kev. You're going to give him my nuances and stuff like that.
Right.
He's going to take it as an actor and make it his own. Now, what comes out on the screen to people that knows Kev or knows about Kev knows that his nuances and certain things that he do, did he hit those? Meaning, did he do certain shit that's going to make me recognize that person in which he's representing? Does he carry the fire when he speaks? Does he have that does he have that passion? Does he have that twinkle in his eye? Now, I get it, to dude that played the Martin Luther King thing, but he missed. Granted, he's black. He was very rah, 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 but he missed because
He was an African gentleman. South African. But
great actor. He like a Chadwick Boswick.
From Britain.
But yeah. But one of those things to where almost.
Yeah.
That's another purpose thing too. That's another on purpose thing too. You know, but with this right here, you're talking about and understand, like when they did Harriet Tubman, when they came back and did the Aretha Franklin story, the two women that did that and the women that they keep putting in that is a slap in the face to us.
Yeah, because why is not American black lady?
Exactly. Meaning, also, let me throw this in there too. When they do Gods of Egypt and they do, let me think. Oh my God, I can go through a gang of movies where these white people are playing black people. This is how they've changed history. This is how they don't have to step up to the plate and deal with what they're doing because
Jesus.
You keep putting motherfuckers in front of you to change the story. And now we're back to, like I said, the reason they put them people in position is just like they said in slavery. If we give somebody that Nat Turner fucking vibe, again, we're spiritual people. Don't ever forget that. It's Malcolm X. And they showed this in that movie. You got to remember, this is the reason Freddie, Mr. Edgar Hoover was like, nah, fuck that. We got to kill this nigga. When they were at the Capitol and over 1,000 fucking NOI pulled up with that motherfucker was in there in position. And that nigga just raised his hand. Mm-hmm. Them motherfucker said that's too much power for one black man. You gotta understand.
Talking about when he did that and everybody got quiet.
Everybody got quiet. And then he told them to leave with a hand movement. Who holds that power now? Farrakhan. Why won't they let Farrakhan talk? Understand there is
they don't want us united. They're afraid
there is a vibration here that we produce, that we only hold, because you don't see no other black groups around the world doing what we do here. And that's stand up against white supremacy face to face.
It's in my book in the forward where I'm giving the history on the Afro-Latino influence. And I talk about the black slaves and the native folks, how they fought to keep them apart, because when they got together, it was a problem. There was many black soldiers in the Mexican army that fought for Mexican generals, you know.
The first Mexican president was black.
Of Venezuela. The first black president was from Venezuela. Yeah. So yeah, that's definite. But
just stop it. The first American president was black too, nigga.
John Hanson. That's up for debate right now because.
What about Vicente Fernandez, the other black president?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Because there's a couple other motherfuckers that before it was a republic,
Afro-Latino.
When it was Moorish.
Been around.
It was Moorish. Yes, before it was a republic, it was Moorish.
Yeah, the Moorish. That's why Taz is on what he on so thick and deep, because his father.
Shout out to the homie Taz in Brazil.
DJ Amar.
Yeah. But back,
we on some clarifications of some things right now.
Yeah,
and it's part of the reason why they won't put authentic. Bro, we were talking about this. I'm gonna say about 4 or 5 podcasts ago, when we were talking about Obama. The reason why Obama was in office.
Yeah.
Same reason Obama's in office is the same reason they won't put an authentic black person to play an authentic black
role. He's a mulatto.
Yeah.
you've had actors. What's his name? LeVar Burton,
Yeah.
Kunta Kinte.
Yep.
Understand when they did Roots, even though Roots was kind of a fucked up writing and shit like that, it was a good implication. But it's another story for other days. But plenty of those actors there have felt the spirit there. Which
Say that word
is
again. Say that word again.
that spirit there when the ancestors are there, because they're doing those movies on Bloodland. Those are real plantations.
Right.
Those are really places where niggas die.
Right.
So understand, I'm this spiritual vibration thing. Like, people play with it with the Jesus and dogma and stuff like that, but not understanding how real that shit is.
One thing I gotta do, just to balance some shit out, is I've done some research and I've seen some documentaries and about the black experience in London, in England, in Europe, and specifically we're talking about Africans, from Africa. We're talking about Haitians, we're talking about West Indians, and Caribbean folks. Their struggle was real. It may not have been the struggle in America, but
Hey, tell you what, tobacco wasn't no joke.
Nope.
Tobacco was no fucking joke, and if you're out there picking tobacco for 20 hours a day, shit, them people were worked to the bone. When they dig them bones up, look under a couple of documentaries where they actually dug them people up and how they figured out how they work and shit like that. Their bones were worn, meaning like weathered, worn.
Yeah.
Bro, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. So, I was just saying that to try and give people perspective, and
You wasn't trying to give perspective.
I was giving the people perspective and giving them,
just to let
the flip
everybody
side
know,
of the coin.
Not to cut you off. Don't think
But
I'm
you just did cut me off. You can't say not to cut me off, but you just
Interjection, motherfucker. Interjection. So the point of interjection was to let the world know that not being rude to my brothers, I'm enhancing my brothers and being my brothers' keepers, and we're motivating each other to stop.
Yeah, we're holding each other accountable.
Negative American verbiage that we were taught. Like, I'm sorry. No, I'm fucking not.
Yeah.
I am never sorry. I apologize.
We weren't made sorry. We weren't made to be sorry.
I apologize.
Yeah. No, life and death are in the power of the tongue, and
we speak life.
Again, when you talk going back to the Queen's English, there's too many negative connotations, which is why the Jamaican people
took all that shit out.
They had to, eliminate the negative connotations and create their own dialect of English.
That's why.
Patois, yeah.
Now, I go again to where the spirit thing. Understand, when you speak English, you're speaking spells. There's a whole lot about the English language that has really taken a lot out of the world and put in a lot of bad, different vibration. Good example is, listen to every other language when they talk. It's from the chest, it's from the diaphragm, it's from the stomach, it's from the nasal, it's from the back of the throat.
Yeah.
Everything English is from the mouth.
True. And I could speak on it because as an Uber driver for over a year.
Fuck the Uber driver, think you're a speech major.
Well, besides that, but what I'm saying, the actual experience, well, if he said, listen to other people talk, I had so many people from around the world in my Ubers talking their languages. And
it's funny you say that, because when I'm places, I'm always tapped in like earbud and listening to these other people's dialect.
I was able to, they're speaking Korean, that's Korean. They're speaking Japanese, that's Japanese. They're speaking Chinese.
ability.
Oh, wait, that's Mandarin. Oh, that's Cantonese. And those are just Asian. Let's not talk about Russian,
I might not always get the language.
Yeah.
But when I see people I'm also visual like that.
Yeah.
Like this one lady I was talking, she's like, you Korean? She's like, oh. I said, and like Suki, I was like, Japanese. I was like, little culture.
Now, I'm gonna fuck with y'all. I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit with this one. Fuck with me on this one. Now look, your breathing being a major point of how your body repairs itself and pushes oxygen through the body. Okay? Understand the tones and the way you say stuff. Now, a good word, negus, negus,
Nega.
naga. Okay?
It's the vowels.
No vowels. Each one of those.
You know what I'm saying? When I say the vowels, I mean the vowel, the sound of the vowel.
Well,
change the accent.
Like the inflection?
It's a tone.
Tone. Okay, tone.
So when you see that little mark, the accent mark, it changes the way the word is, the letter is actually.
Yeah, the tone, right.
Everywhere else around the world has tones.
Multiple
Ours
tones.
is one right down the middle.
China, Mandarin, there's 26.
Right. We have one. It's a G tone. Understand your tones. A G tone is a mellow, almost violent tone. When we say stop playing with it or stop playing in your lower self or don't bring that lower vibe around me, you have no fucking choice because they've surrounded you with the low vibe. Meaning, y'all are musical, so I know you've seen this.
You're talking about frequencies.
Yes, you've seen the sound on the speakers, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that too. You've seen the sound on the speakers, right?
Yeah.
Each one of those frequencies makes it a different what?
Sound waves.
Shape, picture. No, man. I tell you, seriously, go get you a plate or get you like something square. Throw a little bit of sand on it on a speaker. If you got to get a subwoofer or whatever, put it on a speaker and put some music on.
And watch it
You
move.
can even go.
It shifts around to the rhythm of the music. I know what he's talking about.
To a metrical shape, to a very complex geometrical shape. And see, you got music stuff there. You can actually get tones go to like a 9 frequency, a 532 frequency, or 482 frequency, and stuff like that. And then look at the pattern that it makes. Certain patterns bring certain type of energy.
And that's why they changed the bass frequencies that
you
they
guys-
play all the music in.
do you
and
guys
that's why
recall-
Wait, check it out.
That's why they took.
That's why you see
vinyl.
immediately these broads can't help it. As soon as the shit come on, nigga, they start shaking their ass, twerking.
That's why they took the vinyl away.
Yeah.
They stopped producing vinyl.
Yeah, you can get vinyl produced, but you got to get it produced yourself now.
Yeah.
You can't get it done
But
through the label.
I don't know if you guys recall, there was something that I had saw that talked about frequencies and talked about Germany, how they found a frequency
That's
that
Professor Griff. That's Professor Griff. I sent that clip out a long time ago, and recently I resent it.
okay. So yeah, remember they were talking about like all music is, I think it's 40 hertz or something to that effect. I don't remember the exact 444.
Yeah, 444.
Yeah, 444. So that frequency Germany studied and they used it. They were playing
That's how
music
they
in
program
the war.
That's how they program the soldiers.
Yes, and so all music is now on that
So,
frequency.
as
and
you
they,
say that,
they showed the difference between
Vietnam
that
War.
and another frequency.
Vietnam War, they did it. They kept playing all the Americans trying to fuck with their psyche.
Yeah,
You kept hearing them in the movies saying, block that shit out.
that's just referencing to what you was talking about, Kev.
Yep, we spray that methamphetamine in the air, and we put this music in behind their subconscious, and they do what we tell them to do.
Mind manipulation.
Sir, understand when you see them chemtrails, they're spraying something in the air, and you're only getting to hear certain music for a certain reason. You're only watching certain shit on TV for a certain reason. You're only hearing certain shit for a certain reason. And to my ultimate, remember, they delayed it last week. 5G takes effect this year.
Completely.
We'll see how these zombies react.
Yeah, I got to take a sip to that one.
Either I'm gonna be spot on or I'm gonna be hella off. But I just read a week ago, actually 2 weeks ago, that the government just brought in 12 theologians to figure out how the hell they're gonna tell these people about aliens. So either nigga, I'm finna be right on point, or I'm finna be way off base.
Look, it's funny if you say that because these niggas don't believe that shit's real.
Hey, man. Because they've been taught to think they're superior. Look, when you hear people say, oh, we're the only ones in the universe that they have the white supremacy thought. No other bullshit about it. Yeah, because you think you're that superior, that in a universe that is infinite. We are one universe in just the Milky Way. We're one universe in 10 billion. In another aspect of our universe being over 2 trillion stars, and considering what they count a star as bright as the sun. Get the fuck out of here.
There's no way possible for us to be the only motherfuckers on this planet.
I tell everybody, if you ain't watched the Green Lantern, yeah, you're a fool. You think you're the only one.
Man, the Green Lantern.
That's a joint. Yeah, you know what's funny is when you see all the movies about aliens or whatever, and they show how the aliens are always so much more technologically advanced than us.
Kill us.
Right?
Because we think simple-mindedly.
Yep.
Yeah.
We only it's diagnosed medically that human beings only use 10% of their brain.
Right.
You got a big ass brain and you're only using 10% of it. What the fuck?
Because we're not tapped in.
So that just shows you the difference between you, I, and Kev. Nigga, we using more than 10%.
Yeah. Shouts out to those out there doing the same.
Everybody's using these 12, 13%.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where the Matrix comes in. That's where the holographic, you live in a holographic life form and shit like that. Like, it's really starting to come to the point where all the pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together on a table, and they're put together in such a, because, you know, the way they tell you to look at everything is in a single box. You can't look at everything in a single box because it's only a piece of a puzzle of a big ass picture outside of the box. So we only want you to pay attention to this right here, and that's what's been going on.
I want you to be robot brain.
My ADD for 2022 is that I'm just.
You guys don't know what that is. You gotta let them know. You can't just
my bad.
Smack their ass with, you know, they be dumb and shit.
Aspirations.
ADD, folks. And it's already protected.
Dreams.
It stands for ambitions, dreams, and destiny.
Yep.
For children, if you don't have that, you're on a dark road already in life.
ADD, add it up.
Add it up. Ambition plus a dream equals a destiny. Success.
And so my ADD for 2022 is that somebody out there is listening and that they're getting something out of this. And that is just not a conversation of like-minded individuals who are enlightened. You know, I'm hoping that somebody who might not have this information or might not know some of these things that we're saying gets that information, that they gain that information, that they're able to do their own research, validate some of the things that we're saying, you know, take the trip down the rabbit hole with us. And for those who might be like-minded, might just be agreeing with everything we're saying, or have something to add on, I'm hoping that they're listening as well, and that people start to contribute, you know what I'm saying, to the conversation.
Finishing off the building.
Hey, Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast, Third Eye Worldwide Radio. I think 1014. I believe 10-14.
Be able to.
But I'll tell you what, that I was just talking to my wife about this tonight. In my lifetime, since 2018 to 2022 this year, this was the fastest universal awareness of bullshit and shit being pushed out to basically, like, if shit was at court, there's so much evidence of shit that has hit the table right now that the past 2 years it has been getting ciphered and fished out, and motherfuckers is paying the price in a lot of ways. And it's like the kid that has been stealing his whole life.
Got caught
He's
playing.
finally getting caught stealing. And people are finally going back to figure out the things that he stole that nobody thought he did. Wait, I remember that. At one time I lost $155, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Those are coming up right now. And the whole thing is you're watching a bunch of grown ass people don't know how to handle it. And it's ugly. Oh, it's fucking ugly.
Motherfuckers don't want to deal with the truth.
At all. And
That's the biggest thing in life in general, though. Motherfuckers don't want to deal with the truth. You know what it is, but you still want to fight it.
Mirror image. Well, bro, I'll tell you like this. And I was talking to the homie about this X generation. You know, we X generation. So we didn't have luxuries of sitting on our, especially if you was a impoverished child, a latchkey child. If your parents worked,
Oh, that was me.
if you were,
I was a latchkey
if you were in a
kid.
single parent home and your parent worked more than one job, you were a latchkey kid. You were part of the Reaganomics era. You had the block cheese and shit like that, right?
All
so
that.
generation is the turn of the century because that was the last generation of get your hands dirty.
Right.
It's like the big saying that the man, I think Brox, me and you were talking about that, where the dude sitting up there, he's talking about, my dad walked 10 miles to school and
Yeah.
you know, as it got easier, you know what I mean? And at our level, it didn't get easier, it got harder. We made it so easier for the next two generations to where you got people saying right now, I don't know what's wrong with these goddamn kids. They ain't got no goddamn respect.
Our own kids. We all have kids. And our own kids have no fucking idea. I talk to my kids all the time, and it's like, you know what? I had to realize, like, they had no reference point
Yeah.
to compare to.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
they know zero.
right, they know nothing about the shit we went through. You know what's funny is
Our whole era will never be talked about. You know that, right?
yeah. Well, that's why I got my book, bro, because I talk about it, and that book book's gonna last forever. That's our legacy, bro.
Can't avoid the truth. We ain't having it.
Yeah, so it was funny because I'm out in downtown. My son, we was getting our suits for my daughter's quinceañera. Sweetseñera, thank you. Next month, whatever. And so for some reason, we were in a suit shop, and my son, he was like, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of you, Dad. I'm like, okay. So he takes a picture of me, and he sends it to his friends. Okay. So I don't know. I'm just kind of thrown off. Like, okay, I don't know what you're doing, what you got going, whatever. So he sends a picture to his friend, and he's like, hey, one of my friends reacted, to the picture. He was like, he said, you look like a. He said you look like a retired soprano. I have my Adidas tracksuit jacket on, and I got my gold chain or whatever. And
He said you look gangster.
he's like, yeah, he looked like a retired soprano. It was just
You look
funny. Like,
mafia, nigga.
yeah, I was like, I was just bugging.
You
Like,
didn't know how to take that, huh?
I mean, I did. I mean, you know, I didn't, but it was just a trip because I was just bugging, like, just out the blue. We
the
just
kid's perspective nowadays.
yeah, like, and you know, visual pictures, social media, instant reaction.
Understand, kids show people their idols.
Yeah.
True.
So if that caught his eye, and he said that to his boys, basically, look at my dad up here looking G as fuck. Those of his friends that have met you will pound that. Those of his friends that haven't met you are now aware.
Right.
Niggas gangster.
Those
On the
those
level.
of you that those of his friends that haven't met you that is trying to be a snake in his grass, understand now there's
Don't
a
get
watch out.
fucked up, nigga.
And that's the thing that I go through. My son is a fucking square, bro.
Right.
The only thing that keeps that little nigga fucking alive and doing what he do is they know who the fuck his daddy is.
Right.
Do something to that boy.
Yeah. It's gonna be. a
Y'all
problem.
ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that wrath.
It's funny.
And
He was
the
clowning.
thing that worries me. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he was clowning because he was like, damn, pops, like, he's like, you don't want to go that route, like, you didn't want to, you know, be mafioso, you don't want to be, you know.
Those are opening doors now, son. Let me sit down and talk to you about some of the shit that I have done. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait. Now that you say that, his other friend reacted and said, damn, look like Broden been through some shit and seen some shit. Based on the picture, the random ass picture he took, you know what I'm saying? That was the other reaction.
Understand, the things that we tell our kids see us in a whole different light. We're their God, so they don't see that in us. It takes one of his people to like look at like, okay, put it like this. The thing I used to laugh about is my mom can hoop and holler, woo, woo, wham, wham, wham. My homeboys is running out the house because she fucking throwing shit, swinging shit, and all that shit like that. I was like, man, I'm tripping. She ain't finna do shit. They all tell me, nigga, she ain't gonna do shit to you. No, motherfucker, if she gonna do shit to y'all, she gonna do it to me first.
Right.
That's why I keep telling y'all, stop tripping. She ain't fixing to do nothing. My son, on the other hand, he knows. Oh no, my dad takes down everything. Brock, you know how when I'm on a good one
Oh, yeah.
and I'm on an evil tip, I'm fucking dismantling. It's a pyroclastic flow.
Yeah, it's a
You know what I'm
tornado.
saying? So in that, you know, his friends are looking at it like, oh, again, no, but look. The funny one is, oh shit, your dad's a nigga. Damn. Understand what that says. Because they've seen your wife, they've seen his sisters, they've seen his brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dad, we come through every once in a while, bro.
Yeah.
We spend time with our kids, not with our kids' homies.
Right.
So when our kids homies see us, yes, definitely be on your P's and Q's and be on top of your shit because somebody coming to try to step on your toes. As a gang member, I say that because what happens? Who becomes the love that takes your child from the house in our community? The
Well,
hood.
look, here's another good example. A couple of his friends, Latino, Central American from El Salvador, and they have a family mechanic shop in Santa Monica, and
Nice.
it's two brothers and their dad, and so he been fucking with them since high school, whatever. So, like, the first time we had some little car trouble, whatever, he was like, oh, take it to my boy shop. And ever since then, bro, like, they done showed, like, mad love. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's
Mad
good.
love and respect. Me, moms, you know. And it's like,
Yeah, because I mean, you know, I don't ever denounce the individual relationships that we get to have with one another to make a bond, but it's always the group that controls the outside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, my thing is this: like, I say it all the time, bro. My best friend is Mexican. Motherfucker, I'll take a bullet for this nigga. I'll even give you one for this motherfucker. But yes, lo and behold, I will sit down at his mother's fucking dinner table, eat her hot ass salsa, and sit back and be like, hey, homeboy, you gotta die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's one that your son is going to, like, hey, bro, Brox, we tell them they hate us the most because we tell them that that's not your friend.
Right.
And he thinks, hey, that's my biggest homeboy. What the fuck you talk about? Woo, 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 woo. Until we all know, your ass go to jail. Yeah, your ass go to jail, or y'all get caught up on the curb or some shit like that. What happened? That motherfucker told on me. Oh.
One thing I could say about my son though, and I'm sure he's learned this from me and his uncle. He has always had a small circle of friends. He's never been a follower. He's always been a leader, and he only hangs with a few. And like these two cats I'm telling you about, he's super tight with them, and they mad respectful and show mad love. And he don't got a lot of friends. He ain't never been the one to get caught up in no bullshit because, like I said, he learned the lesson early. I'm sure, like, you know, he don't be running in a bunch of circles and shit. You know, he just stay to himself. Got a small group he fuck with, and that's it.
I'm telling you, man, that's my whole fear for my child, because I just caught a couple of homeboys out in the OC and trying to pass some stuff to them. You see this nigga, man. Make sure he's straight, man. The world is changing, man. And I'm telling you, it's just not the time to play stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're not giving you the opportunity to play stupid. It could cost you your life right now.
Real shit. That's a message. That's what they call a public service announcement, PSA.
Public service announcement. Can I get a horn?
Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him. Not that one. Come on, we gotta find it. We gotta find it. Where's it at? Come on. Just keep trying them all. It ain't that one. It ain't that one. It ain't that one. Not denied. No, it ain't that one. The crowd's going crazy. We about to find this one now, real. Come on. No. Well, that's all good. There it is.
There it is.
We found it. We found. Double tap for y'all. We found it.
Bank 8, Bank 2, Sound 8.
All right, lock it in. Lock it in. One more time for the people. We gave it to them. I don't know why that's my favorite sound effect too.
Yeah, it's because it's. I mean, we're about to have. I don't know what I say. What was it about? I'm gonna say a couple podcasts ago. I told you what's gonna be coming back in the sky will be either Jesus or an alien.
Yeah.
So understand where we fit into play with that. Now, I'll tell you this, and kind of my disappointment as to understanding I have to take some of the brunt of what I did as a father. Shit, these kids, and I say 30 under, right? They've had a great show these past couple years, right?
Yeah.
You've had to see a lot of parents reevaluate their life because they've been stuck in the house for a year.
Yeah.
If they haven't been able to work. A lot of people have lost work. Some of those people that were of money are of no more. They're of the broke status.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of humbling going on, right?
Yeah.
So in that, It's not that they're looking for a leader, but they're looking for a leader. Because of the dogma, they looking for a savior. A lot of it right now is also, now, I will give those of us that are making a difference of being a father when you can and do what you're going to do, because there's many of them out here that don't. My thing is, even on that, even though I can't fucking get at my own because my own don't want to listen to me, doesn't mean that I don't pass knowledge to other youngsters because of what's going on and just survival of what's coming here in the next, I'm gonna say 2-3 years. Let these motherfuckers demand 2 more shots and we'll see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're at 4 right now, and these white folks is fixing to have a fit. Have you guys heard the Joe Rogan shit?
No.
The podcast with the doctor that invented the mRNA shit. The tech, he calls it. It ain't a virus. It's called tech. I'm going to let that marinate for a second. It's called tech. It's not called a vaccine. Now, one time did that man call it a vaccine? And he made the vaccine, the tech that they call a vaccine.
Sounds like biological warfare.
When this all started, when we started this beer and bullshit with me the night I came on, we were talking the cybernet and the Terminator shit and all that.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. This is cybernet, full load. If you've been paying attention through the year, they have 3 new robots out. One that actually has emotion and understands personal space.
Yeah, I've been seeing that shit. Motherfuckers developing and the AI. We've been saying this shit for years, though.
The difference with our Terminator is our Terminator got a motherfucking dog, homie.
Right.
In the movie, we had the dog.
Yeah.
To detect the Terminator, nigga, now they got a dog.
Right.
A Terminator dog.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we've been saying for years, these movies, you know, I mean, people just take it at face value, you know what I'm saying? Take it at an entertainment value. Right.
Yeah.
But like one of our mentors, KRS-One, Knowledge Reigns Supreme over nearly everyone, he, you know what I'm saying, came up with edutainment. Because he knew that, you know,
it would get you with entertainment.
Right, exactly. The only way to get him is through the entertainment. But guess what? While I'm entertaining you, I'm educating you at the same time.
He told you what? TV is what? Tells lies to your vision.
Right.
Program. Tell lies vision.
One of my favorite lines he says is, take the pillow from your head and put a book in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So guess what I'm about to do this year? I'm going to take that pillow from your head and put a book in it.
Birth of a movement.
And let you know where it's coming from. But yeah, man, these people don't pay attention. Movies is not just entertainment. They've been telling you what's going on. You think this shit's just all what we talked about earlier, imagination?
It's info messages, you dummies.
It's life.
Info messages, dumb-dumbs.
Infomercials and shit. Like, look, this is what's coming.
Don't understand.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Overstand, another Patwa word, taking out the negative connotation of under.
How can you understand? That means
you're you're under something. You can't stand.
I put it like this. I think a lot of people are going to turn to their own nationality language here in the next 10, 15 years. Because a lot of people are starting to understand the subconsciousness effect of the English language.
Subliminal messages.
And subliminal, yes, the subliminal and the spell shit that they do. The mantra stuff that they do. You know, the easy one, Super Predator Thug. When you think Super Predator, you think Thug, you think black people.
Yeah, that was something that was made up. That was fucking, who was it? The Clintons, right?
Clintons. No, actually, it was Joe Biden.
Okay.
What was that?
The super
Hillary
predator.
No. Well,
But
no.
Hillary Clinton is the one that spoke
Okay,
it
Joe
out.
Biden probably said it, but she the one that pushed the envelope.
Yep. Yeah, that's another one of those stereotypes, stigmas, you know what I'm saying? You just create some shit, create some mass hysteria and
Talking about us black folks.
blame it on the brothers.
We're just bad people. We're just gonna do wrong to everybody. Yeah, bitches.
The fuck out of here.
Stupid
I mean, the fact that there is, last I counted, there's 30 negative connotations for black people.
And
Wow.
and if they're super predators, then what the fuck does it make them?
Savages.
Yeah. There we go.
Barbarian.
And you know what? That's a stereotype that I broke in the book. I talked about how they always called us savages, but who's the real savages?
Right. Barbarian cannibals.
The thing with that is, their evilness has been projected on us since the turn of Constantine and the production of the first King James Bible.
Okay, the Book of Eli, the movie, going back to movies, Denzel Washington, going back to black acting, going back to American black acting.
Don't tell them, Franco. Stop telling them.
I'm saying the Book of Eli, and my dude, which I really enjoy his acting. I forget his name. The dude the white dude, the villain. He's a hell of an actor. I really like him.
You talking about Gary Oldman?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
That fool's dope. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That fool's dope. But
That's my guy.
he played the shit out of that role like many of his other roles. But
What role haven't he played?
right? But the point is he says it in there how he was fighting to get the book from Denzel Washington because he knew the power of the book to be able to manipulate the people.
That's what the whole thing was about.
And then the whole ironic part was the book was in Braille.
Right.
And he couldn't read it, but he had the chick we had basically in prison who was blind.
Read it to him.
Well, no. That bitch was like, fuck what you...
She wasn't reading. She
She's
wasn't
like,
reading.
she was laughing at that shit like, how fucking ironic. She knew he was going after this book, why he was going after it. He imprisoned her, imprisoned his...
He fell out laughing, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, ah. And then he was dying from gangrene infection because he got shot. Denzel caught his ass with a buckshot in the leg. And so, and this is post-apocalyptic world or whatever, so they didn't have like medicine or whatever, and
Ain't no alcohol.
yeah. So he was about to die, and she laughing like, and she's blind, right? So she didn't see it or nothing, but she kind of just sensed. She's like, oh, you got hurt. Oh, she could smell the infection. Oh, you about to die, and you want me to read this book, and you been in prison, you about to fuck what you going to? Man.
She was on Die Slow. Die Slow.
Yeah. For those of you who ain't seen that movie, man, you need to go see that movie, or you need to search it out because that was a hell of a movie. That's one of those Matrix type joints, like talk about the imagination, talk about the movies, the messages.
Gotta pay attention.
That's just it, dude. We're watching the beginning of a new era, and this era is on fast forward, double time.
My cousin was saying that last podcast.
Yeah,
He said things are moving like supersonic speed, like.
yeah, bro. We just went through a year and 6 months.
Right.
Fuck what you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I've been saying this for years as I've gotten older that every time I blink, it's another year. And once you hit 30, like the years just start going faster and faster. Like That's why I knew I had to get this book out. I'm about to be 50 in May, and this book I've been writing this book for years. It's been, it's my story, but it's not just my story, and it was told to me that I had to get it out, so I had to do what I had to do.
You're coming to the 50 Club, Franco?
Yes, sir. In May, I'll be 5-0.
Oh, we have to make sure we do something else.
Yeah, we working on that right now. Yeah, man.
I'm trying to sit back on a little chill out. At 51 this year, me and the wife,
You guys the same age?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and wifey the same age. She 24 days older than me. I'm in the older one.
Yeah, my wife's birthday. 3 days before Christmas.
What's up? Yeah, man, we rolling up on an hour over here. I got to remind the people, who sponsors this podcast. It's Hip Hop for the People, man. It's Positive Minded Apparel. It's IMC Exchange. Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast. Third Eye Worldwide. Radio. Shouts out to my vapors out there, you know what I'm saying? Keep vaping, don't smoke. Stay away from that poison, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my borrachos out there. Saturday night. Hopefully you guys is turning up. We just over here doing our beer and bullshit. And it's all love, man. It's all love. It's all knowledge. It's all truth. We ain't perfect. Nobody is, but
only Jesus.
We just giving you.
We're searching for knowledge to make ourselves better.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just giving you what we got, and we open to contributions. Like I said, post any comments in the comment section on the YouTube channel, Black Brown Movement 88. For the dyslexic out there, that's BLACKBROWNMOVEMENT, Black Brown Movement, the number 88 at the end of that. That's the YouTube channel. Check it out. Black Brown Movement or Black and Brown Movement. On all your other social media platforms. Get your album, The Black and Brown Movement, Birth of a Movement. Get the EP, The Storm, on all your music platforms. Tidal, Deezer, Google Music,
iTunes,
Apple Music, iTunes, all that.
YouTube Music.
Yeah, it's out there, man. You know, Brothers on the Block, dying.
It's on YouTube Music.
Supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. We still modern day slaves, just not living in huts and caves. If you misbehave, you might end up in the grave. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You got Royalty.
Yes, sir.
Sponsor the homie out there doing his thing. Let the people know where they can get it.
Royalty, we're on up by order. Things are on slow mo right now, but you can catch us on Facebook. My wife hasn't finished the Instagram page. I haven't even figured that shit out, but she got to get that together. We'll have that together here by the end of this month. A couple other things to lock in. Flavors are still banging. We still got the 3 teas and the 3 juices. We still make that Corona Buster for everybody that's getting beat up at work by all these vaccinated spreading people. So
watch out for that flu Rona out there. Watch out for the flu Rona.
My daughter vaccinated, but she at home with that shit right now.
I'm a crying like a motherfucker.
Is she young?
Yep.
Yeah. Man, in her 20s still. Mid 20s.
Her mom hoodwinked her into doing that shit.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm so happy my daughter listened to me. Anything my daughter's ever listened to me about, I'm so fucking proud of her to stand on Hell no, my pop said this shit ain't no good. No good. Because if understand the method at which they're doing, they force the adults to the point to where they're firing people from work.
Yeah.
You shut these people in for a year with their kids. You let them out for a little bit where they can get away from their kids. Now you're going to tell them that they got to be back in the house with their kids? Oh, you got a lot of these parents that'll lose their fucking mind, dude.
That's real shit. And
A
that
lot
might
of
be
these
the
parents
point.
A lot of these parents work to get the fuck away from their kids. So I gotta make sure your ass go to school because I gotta work at home. So nigga, you getting this shot, you getting the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, watch out there, man. People are bold, man. I saw a video the other day, broad daylight, motherfuckers at a restaurant, and fools walk up with they, Corona masks on, pulled a gun on them, took their little gold.
Oh, you saw that one right there, the two little people.
Yeah, just sitting there,
And then
eating lunch, not dinner, eating lunch, broad daylight.
Did you peep? And when he left, and the nigga who had the jury left, and you see the white bitch right afterwards.
Yeah,
She was a setup.
right. Yeah, they out there, man. They did.
Should have had your ass out there flashing.
Yeah, and,
I mean, hey, look, I told you, Brock, I said it and I stand on it. It's going back to 92 to 95. If you out here flashing, you might lose it.
Yeah,
The whole chain snatching started in that era.
right. Woo. Hey, I saw another video.
As E40 would say, if you out here being flamboyant, don't fuck around and get boosied out here.
I saw another video. This dude had like a stack of C notes, and he had them with like a rubber band or something like attached to his hat.
He broke him out trying to fan him out. That nigga reached in his car and took it. Give me that shit.
No. These fools was driving by, stopped in the middle of traffic, jumped out the car, snatched the fool's hat, and rolled out. But trip this.
He had a rubber band on it.
No, dude was laughing the whole time because the money was fake.
Fake. That prop money, nigga.
Yeah, he did that shit on purpose and videoed that shit. And he's like, he was laughing, but at the same time, he was like, look, this is what's going on. Like, if you out here like this shit ain't real. This ain't my money. This ain't real. But look at what can happen. Like
the stereotype shit. And I'll tell you what, the thing that I don't like is the past 10 years you've been watching these reaction videos, right? People have been watching these reaction videos for the past 3, 4, 5 years, right? This is how motherfucking, excuse me. Excuse me. This is how World Star came to be. This is how Hood Fights came to be.
Yeah.
This is how Hood Rat Fights came to be.
Yeah.
Who are the main characters of that?
Black
These
people.
shits is getting millions of fucking views.
Yeah.
But understand when you say black people, which ones? Because it's the ones that ain't from here that's making the videos.
Okay.
Because I'll call it, and I draw the line here when it comes to us, them, and everybody else. Right? Here, I've always said, us being the dominant alpha male here in America, we fight. Only because of the gunpowder and numbers that they need to take one of us down, we go to guns. Other than that, black folks would rather come from the shoulders.
Yeah.
White boys are the first ones to go run and get a gun because they know they can't. We grew up like that. White boys ain't fixing to stand up with you toe to toe. Not that a Mexican wouldn't, but he got a whole burrito to fuck with you with, so. You know what I'm saying? The Asians too. The Asians don't fight fair. Don't let them think, don't shit. Just that karate shit, you got 12 motherfuckers throwing flying kicks at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in that, we being that moniker of alpha, the black female being the moniker of straight beauty, look at who they tear down the most.
Right.
who gets the most jokes put at. I mean, hey, we as black people, we got jokes about everybody, but we don't got as many jokes as everybody got about us.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real shit.
So, I mean, for everybody to play like there's not an anti-black thing going on.
Agenda.
Yeah. It's very disrespectful. I'll call it that way.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And the fact that what you're seeing on TV and what's being pushed at everybody is, oh, look at these bum-ass niggas. We can get rid of them. Why do we even keep them here? This is what they're pushing. They create all the fucking crime. We got to pay them all in fucking welfare. And reason why I say that it's a separation is when it comes down to it, Barack Obama don't say he black. Joy Reid don't say she black. Roland Martin don't say he black. Well, I'm Caribbean. I'm not black, I'm Jamaican.
Right.
I'm not black, I'm Ethiopian.
It's whatever benefits them.
And that's just, I just saw a Mexican on two things yesterday. Like, the Mexicans are starting to get at them about them that are getting over on the struggle and plight that we went through, that they will jump into the fight just a little bit now when the benefits and shit start coming. Yeah, we're going to get that and push them to the side. All of it's being thrown out there right now, bro.
Yeah.
We just watched them how they did us dirty with the Asians. We start talking about reparations, really pushing the reparation polls to where we fuck up the whole election. 2 elections running. And they come back with a smack in the face by giving the Asians 28 billion. I'm sorry, 26 trillion.
We still ain't got shit yet.
But we're supposed to be the most affected of this fucking virus here. We're the most disproportionate people of this virus. But you gotta remember, we're the main ones talking about we're not fucking with you and this goddamn shot. Fuck you and that shot.
All day, every day.
Man, it's 70%. We're 72%. The same 72% that didn't vote. The same 78% that they're calling Russian bots. Your numbers are starting to show. We are 78% of the black population here. I'm sorry, 82% of the black population.
We've been saying it for years and we'll continue to say it. Over the years, we've noticed how, as Matt Verbals said, the agenda has been blatant. It's gotten more and more blatant. Like we've
Since
seen
Donald Trump?
Yeah, we've seen the subliminal, and you know what I'm saying. That was
There
working
is
for
no
them.
more subliminal.
Yeah, no, it's gone. That shit's been eliminated. This shit is straight
They're
up
straight out doing it now.
in your
yeah.
face, straight up in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
I mean, look, this is the cool part about it. Because I'm sorry to interrupt. The cool part about that is you just watch the Rittenhouse get over on his thing. In other words, that was a white man who killed another white man.
3 white
So
men.
why are you niggas tripping? Because those 2 white men
Was
were
fighting for
protecting
us.
black people. They were fighting with niggas. So again,
That's
that
why
is a
he didn't get
John Brown.
charged.
That is a John Brown situation. No, he should have been charged. But because of the game that they're playing, the white man that killed 2 white men ain't gonna get in trouble because he actually killed 2 nigga lovers.
He took the word I was about to say because he's over there. They're over here with them niggas.
yeah,
Fuck
Right?
them. They're niggas
So
too.
now,
That's the way they look at it.
what really just fucked it up and killed it is, and this is for all the grievance and shit that we've been going through for the past 7 years, and how we've been coming out doing what we're doing. These 2 white boys that just killed this brother for running down the street just for being black got life sentence without possibility of parole.
Oh yeah, they stuck it to them 3 motherfuckers.
you
In
talking
Texas?
about
Aubrey or whatever.
Aubrey.
Yeah.
Okay,
Them niggas got the
I
bullet.
hadn't heard that.
Yeah, they got the bullet.
But in that those 3 got it, and another motherfucker, just two other motherfuckers got it. You got a white boy that lynched a brother, he got life. You got another cop that killed his daughter's boyfriend because he was black. He just got life.
Yeah.
Now this is a turn of stuff. So understand, everything that they're trying to tell you on TV is because of their backs are against the wall right now, and they don't have no way to say it. Because the average point of, if you are being per se morally correct and on the right side of history per se, you see what the fuck's going on and you don't want to be part of it. Because why? This is why they're stopping the CRT.
Well, look, let's break it down a little bit further, dig a little deeper, broaden the horizon a little bit, and break it down to this. Because what it is it's not just about black folks and what's going on and in the agenda, but it's what they represent. So,
correct.
So they could be rainbow colored, purple, yellow,
polka dot,
neon green. It don't matter. It's what they represent, and it's not just about black folks. It's about everybody.
Yes.
It's about everybody.
It's about
everybody's trying to find. Everybody's trying to find. No, understand. It's everybody. It's mankind against human beings.
Yeah. It's the ultimate fight between good and evil.
Yes.
And so people get lost in the fact of, oh, it's just about a black plight. No. It's evil being, you know what I'm saying, forced down your throat. And that's why
the virtuous people.
Yeah, and then you got people, non-black folks, who are tired of this shit because they're seeing it and they're seeing beyond the fact
the bullshit.
Yes, they're seeing beyond the bullshit.
Color.
Right.
Right.
And that's the conversation that needs to be had, and that's the focus that needs to be pushed, and that's the agenda that needs to be taken up, because there's too many.
But they're doing everything to keep you from doing
Absolutely.
They're keeping because I know I do talk a lot of black, but understand what I'm telling you. If you check the message, I'm talking about everybody else that's involved. Meaning, if we all understand what's going on, we understand the problem. Once you understand the problem, the solution is simple.
Right.
But everybody's playing like they don't understand the problem.
Again, it has to do with a few things. One of the things is what you just said. Their fight to keep it focused on black and keep it focused on one set of people, to eliminate all those who might be able, who, how should I say, may be too ignorant, too shallow-minded, too caught up in the matrix, however you want to look at it, for them to be able to see the point that I just made and see that it's beyond, just black folks, and see what the real problem is that you just mentioned. So they're fighting to keep them distracted, yet at the same time distracted away from the true agenda and the true, fight, and keep them focused on this bullshit. And so we're here to say, open your fucking minds, open your eyes.
Wake up.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop falling for the bait and switch. Stop playing the shell game.
Being woke is not about you're not sleeping. Being woke
definitely ain't that shit they talking about on TV.
No.
If you woke, that means you understand your history. You understand the history in which you live in.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You are. Yes.
You know where you come from.
Yep.
Hey, we're running up on 1:30. I think we need to kind of continue down the rabbit hole on that perspective in the next podcast, and really get people to start thinking
I
about
mean,
it.
I was gonna get at you too, and I'll wait till we get done because I want to talk to you about some of the things coming up.
Okay.
Because I'm ready to start peeling back some of this onion.
Okay. As we should. And
Because-
it's a new year and it's a new opportunity for us to do that. Like I said, you know, we're running on 1:30, and I want to keep the people's attention and be able to continue to you know, open their minds and their eyes and their ears and their hearts and their souls. So,
Keyword souls.
yeah. Well, yeah, that all those things
Say it in
encompass
hip hop
that.
for the people. We want to.
Keep the body and the mind. We want your soul. Yeah, so we're gonna end this one here, and we're gonna pick it up on the next one. And if you listen, we appreciate you. Like I said, leave comments. We don't care what it is, good, bad, negative, feedback, whatever. You know, Black and
Get
Brown.
other people to listen.
Yeah,
We need subscribers. We trying to go live on this. We trying to take this worldwide like we are.
we not trying. We about to do this.
Yeah, we're not trying. We're doing.
We about to do this.
We are making a tip.
If
We
you,
are
if you like,
Absolutely.
if you like what we're doing, that means everyone in the world is tapped into the movement, hip hop for the people, positive minded attitude and apparel, Black and Brown Third Eye Worldwide Radio Podcast. Subscribe. Get all your people to subscribe. This is for the real people, real content, real information, real resources, real music, real knowledge, real cultural shit. Now, if you really want to elevate yourself and elevate your kids' mentality and get children and elders tapped into culture and history,
Start bridging those generational
hit them
gaps.
gaps and get the real history evolved into society's present time so the children know what is real versus the lies and deception of his story versus history. So if you care about that, subscribe. Get all your people at work, all your people at the bar, all your people where you jog with, you do Zumba with. Get everybody to subscribe. We're the Real Podcast.
And guess what I did, fellas, in the book? I straight out did it. I straight talked about the podcast. I gave them the YouTube channel in the book. Like, hey,
That's what's up.
tap in. And guess what the book's gonna do? Once people get the book and eventually the screenplay and the
tap
movie, they gonna
Yeah.
tap in because they ain't gonna have no choice.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, it's getting bigger now. Oh,
Oh,
it's
they
so
got a
big now.
podcast?
Oh, they have a
Yeah.
podcast. Oh, they got clothing. Oh, all this. It's all gonna come full circle and get encompassed. So that's what was the
I
message.
consider us like the uncles.
The whole
We're like
point
the
that
uncles.
folks ain't getting SSI. It's where we come from.
Spiritual street intellect sissies. So what do we do, fellas, when we in our podcast? What do we usually do? What do we usually tell the people? What do we usually say?
Bob Marley said it first.
One love, one movement. Good night, folks. Catch you
Bless
on the
up,
next
bub.
one.
Peace.
Down the rabbit hole.
Fuck you suckers.